Oh boy. Let me do a mic check, but I'm gonna wait to see if anybody's gonna come in so they can say that they hear me. Oh boy. How's everybody doing this fine Tuesday? I want to thank God who is first in my life. Um, you know, I have my own personal experience, so I will, people do what they do or they believe what they want to believe. That is their right. I'm just doing a quick sound check because I don't see anybody in here that can tell me if they can hear me yet. So hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. So, ooh, interesting show tonight. I want to say the views and opinions expressed are those of Darlene April. I don't have a dog in this fight. I am not a Democrat or Republican. I vote on issues and policies. Um, but what I want to um, talk about is this J6. Now, I can remember 5 years ago turning on the television and I was looking at people scaling the White House. And I thought, I mean, not the White House, the Capitol building. And I remember trying to get in touch with my friend B. Sparrow of Buzz Tweet Radio because at that time, her husband, Jules, was a cook at the Capitol. And all I kept thinking is, look at what are these people doing? Then, you go on later on and you see them in the office, you know, um, spinning around at Nancy Pelosi's desk. And I think Mike Pence, now don't quote me on this, I think he was hiding under a desk or something. But anyway, I want to give you just a quick overview. During the time in the White House, and since President Trump has not held anyone in his administration or the White House accountable for the events of January 6, 2021. Instead, he has consistently shifted blame onto others, primarily the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, and law enforcement for security failures and the media. So, he's blaming Nancy Pelosi. Now, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, and don't tell me I need to fact check or, I haven't done my research, but Nancy Pelosi was the woman that should have made the phone call to bring in the National Guard once the riots, well, the peaceful protest, all of this is alleged, started on the Capitol. Um, you can do your own research, but it was founded that Nancy Pelosi was the one that should have called the National Guard. So, Trump has referred to those involved as patriots and political hostages, and has promised to pardon those convicted in connection with the attack. In 2025, upon his return to the White House, he issued sweeping pardons and commutations for a vast majority of January 6th defendants, including Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio, who was convicted of seditious conspiracy. And so, today, the website for the White House now, what they are doing on their website, the White House is bashing Mike Pence and calling J6 demonstrators patriots. And what I will be doing is, this is an article from the New York Post, and let me show you this. Okay, and we're gonna look at this. Hold on. Again,
January 6th defendants have been released. This is a few hours after President Trump signed his historic pardon. Andrew Valentine, Matthew Valentine, they've been released from the DC jail behind us.
Okay, I guess that must be their video that's not showing that well.
We'll be taking them home. So it's a really monumental moment in our history.
Okay, now it's buffering. Give it time.
Leaving tonight? And they will be leaving tonight from this prison behind me.
Where are they now?
Very soon.
Woo!
Whoa! It's a great moment in our history. What's your name? My name is Paul Ingrassia. I'm the White House liaison.
Okay, it's
White House liaison.
And we're here with the Justice Department.
White House liaison.
And we're here with
oh wow.
Chris and Justin, also at the White House. Many people within the administration know about this. Elon Musk knew a lot about this and was the mastermind behind it. So the first two are released. This injustice is ending in America tonight, and this dark chapter in our country's history is coming to an end.
Amen.
So,
Can you repeat the names of the defendants?
When are the rest coming out? When will the rest
Repeat the names of the defendants.
all January the 6th prisoners be out tonight?
these are the only two I'm aware of at this prison behind me.
Could you repeat the names of the defendants?
Their names are Matthew Valentine and Andrew Valentine.
Could you repeat your name, please?
My name is Paul Ingrassia.
Could you spell your last name?
Ingrassia. That's really all the information I have at this moment. I don't have a microphone. I'm sorry. This is all I have. Do you have any other words?
Shout it out! Shout it
All right.
Thank
They
you,
are
President
released.
Trump.
They are released.
They are released.
This is after President Trump signs his pardon today. It's official. They are released.
Have they left or
Sir, they have released. They have left. They have left the facility.
There are other
Hold up with the
That's
others.
all the information I have
two
tonight.
people?
Thank you,
There are
guys.
other January 6th defendants in there. What happens to them? Repeat what you said.
So that wasn't a really good press conference, but everybody involved in the J6, let's see what it's gonna do. They were all pardoned and released today.
Those people were actually liaisons.
You could have been in here.
So that was the New York Post. like I said, I know, hey, Slick Rick. I know, that's smoke alarm. And I swear to God, it don't come on till I start doing shows. So anyway, I'm just, a messenger delivering the 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 message. You know, that's what happened today. Like I said, they said that it was the J6. They were actually peaceful protesters. They're blaming Nancy Pelosi. And, you know, everybody released. Everybody was being released today. Anybody that was accused of being in the J6. And so a lot of people are very upset today because, you know, they feel like the Republicans' efforts was to rewrite the J6 Capitol riots. Again, it was proven that Nancy Pelosi should have called the National Guard in, but she didn't. So I'm just, bringing you the news, bringing you the facts. You can Google it. You can do the searches. Don't come telling me I don't know what I'm talking about and I don't do my research and all of that. Hey, Renee, how you doing? I saw you today. Mm-hmm. Have you been learning how to speak any languages? Any other languages, Renee? Oh, okay. And so, it's, the White House today, it's the 5-year anniversary of J6. And it happened J6, January the 6th, 2021. The White House unveiled a new website that bashed former Vice President Mike Pence and hailed the patriots who halted certification of the 2020 election by marching to Congress in protest and later breaching the U.S. Capitol. The website also touted federal watchdogs and congressional investigations contesting key narratives of the date, which will live in infamy, while blaming political failures for the prosecution of hundreds of President Trump supporters who was pardoned shortly after he returned to office in January of 2025. That included not immediately deploying National Guard's troops to quell unrest, as then Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund had asked. And so, they did do an investigation, and they did say that Nancy Pelosi should have called in the National Guard. That's it. That's all. Hey, Uncommon Sense with Jose. How you doing? Just bringing the news. Are you coming on tonight, Jose? Everybody, check out all of these awesome YouTubers that's in my chat. Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. We got Patty's Kitchen, Garden, and more. We got Renee's Garden. What language are you starting? And Slick Rick. So, you know, hey, it's like this. He's the president, but I do remember turning on the TV 5 years ago. And I said, oh my God, what are those people doing? I said, Lord, if it was my people of my color, people of color, they would have been shot down. They would have been shot down. No questions asked. But you looked at them twirling around in death. Let me see if, now there was one lady that was pardoned, and she did apologize. Hold on. She apologized for just following the narrative that everybody was putting out and saying that, you know, the election was stolen. Well, I tell people, you know, I've looked at history, and I can remember when Al Gore lost the election to the Bush down there in Florida. And they said that election was allegedly rigged. See, so, you know, I always feel like sometimes these people, they know what they be talking about. Oh, Renee's gonna learn Russian, okay? And Jose, y'all check him out. He's coming on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I don't know what time that is at Central Standard Time. I just turned my notifications on. But, yeah, it was, you know, a lot of people were upset today that all of these people, you know, that Trump pardoned all of them. Hold on for one moment. I got to find a video of one of the J6 protesters apologizing. Hold on. Okay, hold on, y'all.
I'm a J6 defendant. I was pardoned, but I'm not taking the pardon. Well, I just came here to make amends.
Pamela Hemphill served 60 days in prison for taking part in the Capitol riot 4 years ago.
I'm advocating as much as I can because you were there for us. We need to be there for you. You are the heroes.
What's sticking out to you right now? What are you remembering?
Watching them come by with all the pepper spray in their eyes, with flagpoles. I didn't know if they're hitting officers, but I know now they were trying to break the door and screaming and yelling, and we weren't supposed to be violent.
Pamela told me that she will not rest until lawmakers hang a plaque honoring the Capitol police officers who were here on January 6th. Congress passed a law back in 2022 to hang that plaque that former President Joe Biden signed, but that plaque is still not hung.
I want to get that plaque up there for them. They stood for us that day. Let's stand for them. You can't just say you're sorry. You know, you got to do the footwork to prove it. This is part of me moving on. It's part of my recovery program, too. To be right with God is most important to me.
And she had a strong message to those who still think January 6th was a peaceful day.
Get off those drugs you're on. It's delusional. I mean, seriously, come on, that is insane. It was not peaceful. We have eyes. Stop gaslighting us.
So, there you have it. You know, one of the protesters, you know, she apologized for her part in it. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just bringing the facts, bringing the story. But again, you know, I do remember that day, and I remember being very concerned about B. Sparrow husband, Jules Sparrow, because he worked at the Capitol as a cook slash chef or chef slash cook. And so she was very nervous that day, very nervous. So I just want to thank y'all all for joining me, just bringing you an update on the news, what happened today. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, President-elect Donald J. Trump is trying to rewrite history, but I guess, you know, he's going by his narrative. Like I say, I'll never understand how those people were able to get inside. I'll never understand that. So, well, so this is April Showers. I thank y'all for joining me for this update. Y'all have a great day. Peace out.